Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Port, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank.
What up, doe?
And today we be taking another incremental step in shifting the culture. Today we got a very powerful episode, very powerful guest. This is another one of those long anticipated episodes. We got an entrepreneur, motivator, public speaker, fitness enthusiast. Man, we got the good brother Fit God in the studio with us today. How you doing, my brother? Peace to the God.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for real.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. This is a long waited and anticipated, man. I wanted to ask you first and foremost, how much is you on social media? You on social media a little bit, or you kind of more reserved on social media?
I'll be on there.
Faithfully.
You see that Dwight Howard video with his son when he was?
I did.
I wanted to ask you your opinion on that, because I had saw like a trainer, and he was talking about how when he see people working out, he knows when somebody is like reached their limit and when they quitting. Like, how can you tell when somebody has reached their limit or when they quitting?
Good question.
Oh, I know, because I've been on both ends of it. Like growing up playing sports, I didn't been the bullshitter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been the one depending on my asthma. You know what I'm saying? Telling people, like, you know, if all else fail, like, man, I'm at my asthma. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of tell in the person's face when they playing, and then you can kind of see when they serious. You know what I'm saying? And that video, I reposted it because I thought it was powerful. Me personally, I'm not that type of trainer where I'm just gonna try to, like, I'm not no drill. You know what I'm saying?
Drill sergeant.
Yeah, I ain't no drill. Yeah, so like what I do is I kind of lead by example, even if I got to jump in and do a couple sets with them and lead from the front and let them know. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta talk to you, that mean you fucking up bad, because I don't even like that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't gotta do all that. Yeah.
How do you get people past? You know, a lot of people say, I'm gonna come next week or I'm gonna come next month. Like, how do you get people just to come now? Like, to make them think like you better off starting today than waiting, you know, next month or a week or two, or when some people say, I'll wait till I get in shape to get in there.
Yeah. So me, I just be like simple with it. I always ask questions. I'll be like, damn, like, what's the difference between now and next week? You know, it ain't like my payments is on, well, you paid on the 15th and then you got to pay again on the 1st or something like that. I always make it like convenient. I try to make it comfortable, because life be hard within itself. So I don't want to add no pressure to nobody by, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, so you know how the companies be when they be calling you and all that. Like, I don't want to come off like no bill collector or nothing like that. So I just try to be smooth and reserved when it comes to that. Like, let them do them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I had a question. It just hit me, man. It's funny because I think I was listening to the radio this morning, and a guy, he was talking about how his life got better when he cut people off in his life. And I wanted to ask both of y'all a question for both. What do you think is more important, setting boundaries or cutting people off? Because a part of me, because they like, I'm a good person, so I can only have certain people around me because they're going to use my goodness against me. Yeah. But maybe if you set boundaries, you ain't got to cut people off. It's just like, yeah, I'm still a good person. Yeah, I'm still going to do this and do that for you. But my boundary is I don't go out after this time. I don't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like our solution to everything is like cut people off. So we don't have to like grow up. So we don't have to do shit. We just cut people off.
No,
you know?
That was a good question.
It is. And the thing is, if you kind of set them boundaries, you know what I'm saying? You really ain't gotta, you know, people kind of know what it is. The less people you're going to have to cut off, because they know off top, like, this who you is. Like, for me, it was always, I don't care if you my mans or if you my girl, whatever. You know I'm waking up. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if we hang out till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. If my regimen is I'm waking up and I'm at, you know, Powerhouse Gym at 3:30 in the morning, don't look at me crazy when I roll over and you like, damn, where you going? Like, no, I'm out of there. So them boundaries, that's more important. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, because the hardest thing is cutting people off. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is. But if you set them boundaries off top, you don't really got to worry about it.
I like that.
How can you build muscle? And I know that's like a cliche question, but like somebody, like when I see your old picture, you was skinny. Like, how the heck do you really focus in and build like muscle, like build like looking like a athlete? Like, how do you really do that?
I know now, you know what I'm saying? But like back when I did it, you know what I'm saying? It was like I kind of just lift weights. and ate, you know, a lot more than what I normally did. But main thing was lifting weights, doing push-ups and everything like that, just on the basic tip. But from a science standpoint, you know, you got to really like take in a lot of protein. You got to cut certain carbs. You got to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. I feel like sprints and high intensity cardio that work better for, you know, building muscle, you know what I'm saying, and cutting body fat out as opposed to just losing weight. Because a lot of people think that losing weight and body fat is the same thing, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, losing weight is just like dropping numbers on the scale, you know, but cutting body fat is actually like just basically replacing the body fat with muscle. You know what I mean? It's just you might end up weighing the same, but look a lot different just because of, you know, muscle outweigh fat. You know, so.
My bad. I kind of wanted to go over back to my previous question because I had a follow-up question to that question. What's the hardest part of sticking to a routine? And you can answer this question as well. What's the hardest part of sticking to a routine? Because everything has like positive balances. And it's like you said, you're going to wake up at the same time. You're going to do these same things. Like, you got a routine. What would you say is, I don't want to say a negative, but it's like a challenge that comes with sticking to the routine?
Just not being serious about the goals you set in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That'll kind of make it hard, you know. If you just basically doing something like, hey, I just want to look good for the girls, like, you might not stick to that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want some, like, hey, I'm really like trying to show these people that, like, look, the next 10 years, if you do this, you can still be fresh with it. Like, you can still set goals. You don't got to get stagnant. You can still set new fitness goals for yourself. No matter how far you in, you can never keep going. You can never keep growing. You know, so if you just set a real goal for yourself, nothing just here for the day. You know, because you might go against that. You might wake up at 3:30 like, man, you know, fuck that. You know, but if you know that this is part of what you're part of your legacy, part of what you trying to set, you know, example for people that you training, then it ain't gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna wake up and you just gonna stand on it.
So what's the challenging part because this was the actual, my bad.
Oh, you good.
What's the challenging part when you get good at it? Because you already kind of got your routine. So that's what I'm asking. Like, when you, like you said, like whoever's with you, like, I'm about to roll out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning, like, no matter what. And then that can kind of make you seem like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? That might be a challenge.
I get what you saying.
That might be a challenge that come with you sticking to your routine, because it's just like, yo, I have a routine, and now I might be seen like the asshole because it's just like, I can't do it. I got this. Like, you want to go out to eat here? No, I'm kind of eating like this. I'm on this type of thing. So
I get what you're saying.
So when you get good at it, how does it get challenging when you get good at it?
When you get good at it, because, like, I got a little story. What was that? All-Star 2022, Cleveland. We was out there. I was preparing for a competition. Actually, I think I might have been preparing for my first one. And it was a powerlifting competition, and I just was on a strict schedule. So I still wanted to hang out, and I still wanted to party. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't drink, obviously. But my man, they was laughing at me. You know, I'm in the car. I'm like, man, stop at that Speedway so I can warm this food up. So I'm warming up meal prep while they sitting there talking about, man, where we about to eat at? You know what I'm saying? So it was stuff like that I was doing. Just really sticking to it. Just trying to, just do what everybody ain't gonna do. You know, like, because if a lot of people, that'd be their excuse for not eating right or for missing the session, for actually hanging out. But I made it a part of my life, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really care. You know, I just stayed motivated. Yeah.
No, I definitely get what you mean. I've been working out with you for about 2 years, and we work out every holiday.
Yeah,
that's how I knew you was like, okay, this is real. Like, every holiday we in there, like Christmas, Thanksgiving,
birthdays.
I came in there every birthday, you know.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, you birthdays, 4th of July.
And my son's birthday is on my birthday, so you know it's really real. Like,
you really committed. And did you ever see yourself becoming a trainer as a child?
Hell no. Like, ain't no way. I'd never seen that for myself. For one, I grew up asthmatic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in and out of children's hospital. I was bad, you know? Like, I was bad off when I was young, and I was never, like, the best basketball player on my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always just, like, just good enough. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it never crossed my mind that I'd be leading or that I'd be training people or people would be looking to me for, you know, different fitness goals or, hey man, I need a meal plan. I ain't see none of that for myself. I didn't even want that, you know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you still have a desire to outwork, you know, do you have a desire to outwork everybody in your vicinity, or is it just like you let them do their limit, you do your limit?
Well, me personally, I don't really got no limit, but I will say that.
Damn.
No, for real, I ain't gonna lie. Like, like I will say that I be just chilling until ain't nobody really just turned me up, you know, and like challenged me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my times when I was incarcerated, I had people that would challenge me, you know, in terms of like, you know, being stronger or being able to run longer and all that. Like, it's just an internal thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you damn near got to be like I was telling Spank one time we was working out and people be like, how many burpees can you do? And they'd be like, man, like, I don't know. Like, you put somebody next to me and then you probably see how many I can do. Cause like,
that's deep.
Yeah, no, for real. Cause like that's like my limit right there, you know?
That's deep.
But the second question you were saying about, you asked about somebody else's limits.
Yeah. Do you ever try to like outdo the people in your vicinity?
No,
or you just kind of stick to it?
Yeah, no, because like the people that be around me, like for instance, my clients and the people that's just in the gym, it'd be like a family vibe, and I be I more so work with them. You know, of course I can always like lift heavier or try to outdo, but I will let them know like, okay, if we got a minute on push-ups, I'm not stopping. I'm not hitting my knees, not hitting the ground. So I set examples like that when I'm working out with them, but I don't never like feel like, you know, even if this guy's strong, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my clients. I don't never feel like I got to outdo them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we in Powerhouse on the Saturday and I don't know these, you know, I might see a fake cocky dude, 300 pounds or something like that. He might throw something on the bench and I might be like, man, I can outlift him, you know, in my mind. So that's always there, right there. But like not in that super bad gym. Not over there. It's like it just be family. You know, I want to help. I want to motivate. That'd be like my role over there.
Competition still excites you?
Yeah.
Just in the right setting?
Yeah, it do. It's what keep me going. You know, like even if we in there, if we working out, it might be like a friendly debate. You know what I'm saying? But I might hit you with some facts and just be like, you know, like for real. Like I do, we do that all the time. It's, you know, Spank know.
I got a question. I know you said I remember growing up. You know, they used to say lifting weights will stop your growth. And ever since you was the person tell me like, no, that was one of the biggest lies they told us. Because that's the only reason why I was scared to lift weights as a kid. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to touch no weights. Just stop my growth. I wanted to get, for a minute, I thought that's why I couldn't get no taller than 6'2". Come on, I started lifting weights a little earlier.
You know what, man? And that's and you, I know you probably heard that too, haven't you? So my thing with that was I always felt it didn't dawn on me until I got into powerlifting because you know, growing up I was hooping. And we always heard, like he said, like when you lift weights, that stunt your growth. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna reach a certain height. And so when I did my competition, you know, I'm like, damn, it's all white people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying to myself. I'm like, damn, it's a couple. But when I paid attention to it, it dawned on me. I was like, damn, I wonder why we not into this. And I was like, damn. The guys I was kicking it with, the white dudes I was in there chopping it up with, they was like, man, I've been doing this since I was, you know, 10, 11, 12. I'm like, damn. Like, so I was like, man, at some point back in the day, it was a guy built like Wilt Chamberlain, you know what I'm saying, who was like, man, hey, I'm about to get into powerlifting. And they probably, they lied to us a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they probably lied to him, whoever this guy was, and was like, you know, it's gonna make you get shorter. It's gonna, you know, this guy who probably was hooping and they probably told him like, that's gonna mess up your growth. And it probably scared us away from it because they know how dominant we is when we get into anything. And I looked at myself and I was like, dog, you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up doing this. Like he said, I was skinny growing up. And the fact that my first competition, I placed third in powerlifting, I said, damn, imagine if I had some work. You know what I'm saying? If somebody actually taught me this, I was learning this on the fly. And I was like, why did they keep this from us? Like, that's a myth. You know what I'm saying? Like where can you prove that lifting weights at the age of 10 or 11 can stop your growth? It don't really even make sense. I I mean, I get why they tell you smoking to stop because they don't need to be smoking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But something that'll make you great, like, you know, lifting weights. I feel like somebody lied to us at some point back then about that.
So what age you think a child should start? Like, especially because like right now, kids' sports are getting way bigger than they was when we was growing up. So like, what do you think is the best time for a kid to get in the gym?
Man, it's like every kid is different. So you can't, I would be lying if I sat up here and said, hey, well, at the age of 6 is the proper age. That'd be me just putting a limit on everything that come after me. You know, 100 years down the line, people saying this is the age. But every kid different, as you know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some kids be ready at like 4 years old. Like the one girl at the gym over there with Baz, like she was like 4 years old and you know what I'm saying? She going. So obviously, you know, you can't treat every 4-year-old like that, you know, but every kid different. So it's like, I think they can come in and get a consultation and maybe, you know, like get in with a trainer and figure out, you know, assess my kids, see if you can work with them. I think that's the way.
I was going to say, they got the same thing with coffee about stunting growth. That was my thing. I didn't drink coffee growing up. Well, I don't drink coffee now, probably for the same reason.
I don't like it.
Because they said it stunts your growth. I don't know the facts on that, but my brother, he used to drink a lot of coffee. And, you know, he wear like a size 18 shoe. So everybody was like, bro, he's supposed to be, but he used to drink a lot of coffee. So I don't know. It's like one of those urban myths, man.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that part, no.
You like a conspiracy theorist?
Am I?
Yeah.
On certain things, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, when it's convenient. But no, not in real life. No, I don't really believe in all that type of stuff. Like, but I don't. I still read between the lines and be understanding when stuff going on too. I'm not a big conspiracy. Like everything that happened, it'd be like, oh well, Floyd Mayweather shouldn't have been 50-0. You know what I'm saying? They cheated. You know, like I ain't into all that type of stuff. No.
No, I feel that.
Well, what you think of the Montgomery brawl?
Man,
I don't know why I'm asking that. Just because I had looked at it like this: if the security guard wasn't big and out of shape, I don't know. This is my opinion. I feel like if he wasn't big out of shape, the guy probably would have thought twice about putting his hands on him. I feel like as a man, you gotta look somewhat intimidating a little bit. I don't know if that's wrong to think or feel like that, but I feel like you at least want a person to think twice.
I feel you.
You know, before you put your hands on me. So I just want to know, like, my question is, if the security guard was probably more fit, would you think that would have went to that extent, or it could have still went to that extent?
It definitely play a role, whether people would like to admit it or not. That's just why Tim Grover, even what he said, like when he was like, when one of the NBA trainers was asking him, like, why you got Michael Jordan curling? You know what I'm saying? That don't translate to basketball. And he was like, shit, well, when they take off their warm-ups, what's the first thing you see? They arms. You know what I'm saying? So that intimidating factor do play a role in that. Just like in real life. Like, I'm quite sure if he was built like Terry Crews, they definitely would have been like, it wouldn't have went, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's important.
You ever seen those internet memes when it'd be like the big dude and then they'd be like, they're going to get the gun because they ain't going to fight? You think that has a negative effect? Like, has anybody ever pushed up on you and they don't want to fight you because you're so big? Bro. And they like, man, I'm about to go get this.
Man, I done got popped like that. You know what I'm saying? Before. Hell yeah.
That's like, real. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's serious.
Because you just look, they like, I ain't even about to try it. You know what I'm saying?
They be on that. You know, like some people will be like that. And it's a reason why a lot of people got killed, unfortunately. People do look at it like that. You're 100% right. I have been in a lot of situations like that. Even people just thinking that, you know, I'm an asshole or whatever. Sometimes you got to just flash a smile here and there sometimes and let people know, like, man, you know, it's all good.
That's good. That is true. Do you think when people get fit, you think like the normal person look at you like you're arrogant or cocky because you were a fit person or got muscles or your body is fit?
The person, I think the person that's not really, that don't got no intentions on trying to work out theyself or trying to get theyself right, and know that they not trying to do it, they might look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? But somebody who really, like, you might not have jumped off the porch with the workout yet, but you might have it in the back of your head. But I might start talking about something like how I'm eating, and you might be taking it in. You know, while somebody that's right there, they might be like, fuck this nigga think he is. I don't want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they not even interested. They don't give a damn. They want to eat their macaroni. You know what I'm saying? They want to. They want to eat they pork chops.
Yeah.
And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You know? But yeah, I do get people that they be on that. I experienced that where people would be like, "Oh, who this nigga think he is?" You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't say it, you can just feel it. You know. But that ain't my thing, because I be like, even if they ain't feeling me right now, one day they might end up learning, and they gonna be like, "Damn, that nigga was on some real shit." You know, that happened with me all the time. Yeah.
That's real. I had to learn that too, man. Just about like really understanding how you come off and not getting bothered by it, man. Like I learned, I tell Spank all the time, even with like guests that come on the show, I'm like, dang, I kind of seem like the straight man. He's more just like the one who can open them up and shit.
Yeah.
I come like the detective and shit. And I'm like, I used to hate that. Like, I'm like, man, I gotta be more like relaxed and stuff, because I'm coming up. But we just got different personality types. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, sitting back watching y'all, like from watching y'all podcast, that's what make y'all cold though. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what make it the perfect balance. You know, because you is like the serious one, you know, it seemed like, and then Spank, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you need that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
You do.
You need that, bro.
You do. I learned like every good podcast is like that. Like I feel like Earn Your Leisure is like that.
Yeah.
That's what I be
Everyone,
doing.
because everybody's different.
Yeah.
You
know
Like
what
when I
I'm
met Rashad, I thought he was about to be mean as hell. I was like, man, this dude look mean as hell. He was super cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's weird. And I asked David, I'm like, man, he cool. He like, yeah, he's super cool. I'm like, damn, that must be how people think about me. Like, I'm just like the serious one and shit. And
Hey, I
Spank just
swear
the cool one and
that's
shit.
how I felt. I was like, same way.
I was like, man, because that's just how I be feeling, man. Because anytime I be seeing guests on, they always be like, I don't know, man. They be talking to Spank half the show and stuff. I be like, dang, man. Because you know, I watch it afterwards. I'm like, dang, Spank really be getting them to open up, man. Like,
But
you know.
he be starting it off though. Like even today, he don't even know. Like he
Yeah.
just asked a cold question to open you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's a balance too, because I feel like, you know, like you have a very like studious mindset. So people who come
I
in,
appreciate that.
people who come in to teach,
Look at it.
people who come in to teach, they want to teach you. Just like when Mama Soul had came on, I feel like she was talking because you was asking a lot of really like a lot of the questions that like the average listener wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like even when she was breaking down school and how it's a spell and stuff, and you going deep. Like I wouldn't go deep into that stuff. I'd probably be like, man, that sounds like some crazy. I ain't gonna go deep, but you went deep and then opened it because I didn't know that, because she was like the Greek word for school is spell, and I'm like, oh shit, like she broke that shit down. Like all of that play a part.
Yeah, you know, I just try to get some of the listeners just be looking for, you know, sometimes people need to go deep. Now I'm about to go deep on him. Can you explain Fit God to us? The name.
Where it come from?
Yeah.
So, at the time that I was coming up with the name, is at a time when, like I was telling y'all, I didn't even want to be a trainer. You know what I'm saying? I was just like posting my workouts on Facebook and, you know, be getting a lot of likes, and, you know, people be like, that's motivation, train me and all this. So long story short, my sister, she was like, the path that I was going, she was like, you need to like really like be a trainer, like come up with your brand. So she got tired of me just like kind of brushing her off. So what she did was she ended up paying for me to get an LLC. And she was like, you need a name. I need a name for your brand. And so I was like, I thought about it. I was like, so it was, of course, going to be Fit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that was number one. And I was like, damn, what's powerful? And so I put the gods on there, you know, the lowercase G. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was going to get a few people who weren't going to be feeling it, but I believe we are gods. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we control our own destination. You know what I'm saying? In terms of wake up in the morning, get this work. That's when we the lowercase G's. We gotta move like gods. So I put the Fit with the gods. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put I don't want you to be like, hey, you Fit God. No, it's with an S. That's what we is. You know, that's what we is when we in there. So it ain't just me.
That's crazy, because you always say Fit Gods. I'm like, bro, it's Fit God. Like in my mind, I'd be like, why you say Fit Gods? Yeah. Because he always say, man, I be with Fit Gods. I'm like,
as soon as I see somebody, like some people, they'll make a mistake and keep that S off there. But like, hold on, nigga. Like you ain't about to get B attacked. Like I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna move. That's how we move when we in that gym. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, what's my thing? Like I wake up my alarm go off at 2:45 when I'm, you know, doing my thing. But typically for my training, it's 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we call ourselves guys if we got people getting up before us? You know what I'm saying? We got stuff like that's part of the Fit guys right there. So we gotta like move like that.
Damn.
And that's us.
that was the one. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I wake up at like 3 a.m. every morning, man. I feel that, man. That's deep.
Yeah.
And don't
That's
it feel
deep.
good? Like nobody can get in your way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing can get in your. That's why I trained at that time, because life can't happen too much at that time.
No, it can't.
I mean, it's very slim. And I just like the thought of being in the 5%.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, of the world. It's like I just know ain't nobody else on
So
that.
you're not a conspiracy theorist, but you conscious.
Yeah.
Conscious.
Yeah,
Okay,
conscious as
yeah.
hell.
Because I'm like, you got to be a balance to that, because you dropping this wisdom, dropping the mathematics and stuff. I'm like, you got to be something there. I wanted to ask you about community, man, because this is interesting. Because it's like with this boys camp that I run, I build like a somewhat of a community, you know, and like you got to set down ground rules to make it a community, because otherwise people not going to feel like family and they're not going to feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when we share in the group circles, I'm like, man, if somebody laugh at one of their brothers sharing his story, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, not paying attention to their brother, you got to leave the room, because that's actually going to mess with the flow. So what and I got different other rules that I set in place, but what is some of the rules or some of the like things that you try to put into the environment to make it like safe for everybody to feel like that family environment?
So number one, you know, I just wanted people to know that. So I got a clock thing that I do. I put everybody on the clock. So your goals might be to lose weight. Your goals might be to gain muscle. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what, I want to put us on a clock setting. Like, okay, we got a minute to do this exercise, minute to do that exercise. He might be doing jump squats. You might be over there doing push-ups, build muscle or whatever. But the thing be, I don't want nobody to look at it like I don't too much do numbers as far as reps, because I don't want Spank to look at you like, damn, why is it taking him that long to get to 20? You know what I'm saying? When we on that clock, don't nobody know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
locked
you is.
into
You
your own thing.
You are.
Yeah, you know, you might take a little break in between that minute, but ain't nobody looking at you because they trying to focus on their minute. You know, it ain't like, oh man, I'm waiting on this nigga to do his 20 so he can.
Yeah,
you know,
damn.
So that's why that's like.
Oh, that's
you know.
trauma basketball practice, man. That's trauma. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's exactly how it was in basketball practice. It's like, man, he the last nigga down on the suicides, man. Everybody get mad at you. Maybe that's to motivate. I don't know, man. Group sports is different, man.
It is.
How big do you want fit guys to get? Like what's the goal? What's the vision of fit guys? Fitness.
I want fit guys to. I definitely want it to be a thing where it's like global for real. You know, even if I don't touch certain places, I want people to know about the brand and the movement, because we do live in an era where there's no reason for people not to know, or it's not no limit on who you can reach. You know what I'm saying? Through social media, through connections and things like that. I feel like I don't have to be places for them to know about what we do. So that's one of my things that I need to really get going more, as far as like on the YouTube. I want to get in a position where I can actually move around and start touching certain places just here in the country, state to state, and doing pop-up boot camps in different states like that, and still building here, but at the same time pushing it through social media and touching the ground, and then still running it right here in Detroit. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's hard not to get attached to somebody's progress, or how do you like kind of gauge that? Like, you see somebody and you want something for them, maybe a little bit more than they want for themselves. It might be an athlete, it might be an average person. Like, how do you like go about that to like not try to insert yourself, or do you, and like if you see like they could be like, man, you got greatness in you?
Dog, you hit it like right on the head. Like the thing.
Good question.
Yeah, it was because I get attached to every journey. You know what I'm saying? Like for like literally, I swear I get attached to every client that I get that come through there. And I see something in them, and I'll be like, damn, like they doing good. You know what I'm saying? You done seen it. You seen it. You done trap. You done seen it. We didn't. Man, I can name multiple people. Rio. You know what I'm saying? All them cats. Like I can go on and on, bro. Like I got so many transformations that I do get attached to it, and they be like, damn, I want it. Like you just don't see the person again, and then you be like, and I got this thing about myself too, where I don't want to apply no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like so I just kind of let them. You're like, they'll be all right. They'll come back. They'll work their way back around, and then that's when Spank even came up with the idea, like, man, I'm about to start reaching out to people, man. Like, the people that he used to see come in there. Because, like, people will be doing so good, but then life will happen right there. Yeah. And I do be getting attached to their progress, man. And when they leave, it'd be like, damn, you know, because it's energy invested. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, it's still, it ain't really about the money. It'd be more so about like, you do get attached to that, bro. Like, that's serious. You're right.
You feel like some people come in there to like vent anger?
Hell yeah. A lot of times, like, some people do it verbally, and then you got some people that come in there and you do it.
Damn, that's
Hell yeah. That's when you got to manage the environment. Like, come on now.
yeah.
Yeah, you yeah.
That's funny, man.
No, you would get them.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you a therapist in there?
A lot of times, man, for
Damn,
real.
yeah,
And I don't
yeah.
even be wanting to be that. But I be realizing, for real, that's what it be. Because sometimes you'll be like, damn, motherfucker just coming to me venting. But really, you know, they look at this whole place as a place, it's just an outlet.
Yeah.
So I can't really look at it like, oh, they just gossiping or they just, you know, they really be like venting, you know what I'm saying? And then some people, I see it in they exercise. I see it in their face. You be like, oh yeah, she ain't playing. She going through it with dog. Like, and they just, no, for real. And they just be working hard. You could just see it. Like, what you going through? And they be like, oh, you know, these bills or whatever it might be. And it translates to their workout. So that part of it is good.
Do you feel like there's ever a time where you kind of just got to sit in it, or you always can get back up even when you're down? Or is it like sometimes you got to just like sit and like assess and figure out what's going on?
Talking about just in life. When
Yeah,
things
just
happen.
like something just hit you just deep, and it's just like get back up. Like, do you feel like it's a period where they kind of got to stay still, or is it just like? Because I know everybody different. I'm different. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, man, like, bro, I can't sit in shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, dog. Like, I had family members I done lost that I still haven't dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, not saying I haven't, you know, processed that they died. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't necessarily grieved over it.
Yeah.
But I have worked through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, during them times, I may be out of town, or I may be in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might just happen the day before, and then people be like, damn, his cousin just died. But I'll be right there at the gym the next morning, and I don't know if it's a good thing in the long run, but I know right now for me, day to day, that worked for me. Like, when I go through things, man, like, you even might hear people talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta swallow your tongue. You gotta just, you know, work through it or try to be more successful. Like, that's kind of what, like, pushed me through a lot of situations. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that, because I could have sat still when I didn't have a vehicle and still made my way up there, you know, to the gym to come work out with you. But, like, I feel like you was like the fire behind me.
Yeah.
Because reason why I say that, I feel like you need somebody crazy in your corner to take you to, like, the next level, or just to continue to go in life. I'm like, Bake a crazy motherfucker. So me doing this ain't that crazy, because Bake, you know, you still crazy. But, like, just having you during that journey, you know, I'm riding the bike. Shoot.
Yeah.
I used to feel good, dog, when I used to beat you there on my bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like no competition, nothing.
It was, though.
It was.
Don't cap. It was.
I don't think it was.
It was. Well, for you it wasn't, but for me it was. Because, nigga, I did notice them times. I'm like, yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
Like, no, I did notice that.
But that's what sharpens me, though.
Yeah, iron sharper iron.
Yeah, I thrive off that shit. I ain't gonna lie, when I be like, yeah, I beat this nigga. I'm on a bike and I be like, hell yeah, I beat this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it comes like that book, you know, Tim Grover book, Relentless and Winning. And you know, what's your definition of winning?
My definition of winning is definitely not quitting. I like to win the war. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different definitions of winning. You know, like, you got some people who just like want to win for the day. You know what I'm saying? Or just, and I'm happy, get a moral victory. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy I got that off. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be the one that's just
win the war.
Yeah, I want to win the war. You know what I'm saying? Overall, yeah, you might have got me on that, but overall, if you look at it, I didn't got you on this. I didn't got you in this category and got you there. So that's kind of like a way, like LJ be saying, that's hoeing out.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't need no no moral victory. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. So my definition of winning is just overall, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You done touched on all bases. You done woke up. You was ready. You worked. You had your nutrition together. You know what I'm saying? You getting your clients together at the same time. You're not sacrificing nothing, you know, but sleep maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's my definition of winning. You know, going to that limit. You know that limit. You know what I'm saying? Where you be like, damn, I thought this was a limit, but shit, I'm taking it here. I'm gonna go a whole nother level up.
Shit.
So yeah, that's how I look at winning.
Talking about sleep, how many hours do you get to sleep, and do you feel like? Well, I was reading that sleep is important for like muscle growth, or like to like really help your transformation. But like, I feel like you don't. I feel like you sleep now, but at one point in time you don't sleep. But like, how many hours of sleep you get, or to get where you want to go? Sleep is like you gotta really just tough up and just be like, hey, I gotta keep going.
It's I sleep, man. If I can get 2 to 3, I'm good.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? If I get 2 to 3 hours of sleep, that's good. Because I mean, I do understand that is true. You know, the more you sleep, the more you grow. You know, within your muscle growth. But the people that they was writing that for, like that just didn't apply to my life. You know what I'm saying? At that time. So that's what I did, sacrifice a little bit of sleep. And the reason why it didn't apply to my life because, hey, I can wake up at 5 a.m. and I mean not 5 a.m. before something to make it to the gym at 5 a.m. But that's the time I'm training my clients. So I can't fully train myself and train y'all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the sacrifice come in at. I would much rather lose a little bit of sleep or whatever muscle growth that I'm gonna lose from not sleeping than to neglect my workout and being there, you know, halfway working out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather like get my work in.
It's deep that what you touched on earlier about, you know what I'm saying, just really like what success means, because it makes me think about just like normally like outdoing people. What makes somebody else look more successful than you is because what they're doing and what they're winning at, like you said, different categories is like the shiny shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm outdoing you in the defense, like I'm outdoing you in reps, I'm outdoing you in this.
Yeah.
But nigga, you can score more points than me, but you can't run longer than me. Like you can't get down longer. Your defense ain't as good as mine. Like nigga, your communication, you ain't a floor general like I am. But like nigga, you scoring the points, so you the one with the 35, so you look better, look like you more successful, nigga. But I'm like, nigga, I really get to it.
Draymond.
Because I'm surgical with this shit. Like that's what it make me think like, damn, that's real. Yeah. But I also wanted to touch on something because it make me think just like what you saying, just like about the 2-3 hours of sleep, because it's like I feel like everybody ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hear people talking, I be hearing them talking about their journey and stuff that they do, and then I really like I used to try to insert my perspective in this shit, and then I used to be like, man, like it's the same back in Africa. Like you got warriors, then you got niggas in the village. If you want the warriors to have the same mentality as the people in the village, we all fucked. You know what I'm saying? Just like you was talking about the emotions and just how you process the emotions. This is like, man, if you a warrior and you built for war, maybe you come from that warrior tribe. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real thing. Like your ancestors might have been warriors,
and it shouldn't be tamed.
And it shouldn't be tamed. Like
I feel like mine was.
I had to think about that shit. Like damn, like some people is just wired different, and it's like, damn, like he don't need, and his mindset is just because he come from warriors. That was their mind, that's their lineage, that's their culture. Sure. It's like we lock in, and if I take that from you, then who gonna protect the village?
And that's just and what you said. Look at it in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like take Ben Wallace away from the Piston system. You know what I'm saying? Now you taking him out of that warrior, like he's meant to roam free and check everybody on the court. He's not meant to be like, oh, this nigga bullshitting on defense over there, and I'm just gonna be right here. So, like you said, it will be doing a disservice to that person when you take them out of that. Because some people, like you said, everybody is different. But if you a smooth cat and you laid back, you know what I'm saying? Then I try to make you a warrior. Now I'm doing you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm taking you out of your element.
That's deep, man. Because I be seeing that with so many. Bro, it took me a while to understand. Even with my little brother, like I wanted him to be more assertive, and I'm like, he assertive in his own way. Like he ain't assertive like me, but he got a different thing to it. Like he could do a Rubik's Cube in a minute, and I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be able to talk like this. But he like, man, he different. His mind is different. And I like that when you said it, because I'm like, man, a lot of people gonna hear it like, man, 2-3 hours of sleep. Some people just built different. And I'm built like that. I'm built like that. I ain't doing no 2-3 hours of sleep. That's some fit guy. That's a fit guy shit.
2 hours?
Yeah, that's a fit guy shit.
Like motherfucker, like I get judged for that for sure.
No, I'm up here really thinking about how you said winning at the war. That's what you said. Winning the war. Winning the war. Winning the war. Which should be the name of the episode. That's what I'm getting. It just made me think like how much of a psychopath Pac was. No, seriously, because Pac read The Art of War.
Yeah.
And that move that he pulled on Biggie, like it's like you have to be a intelligent person up here to really come at you here. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Pac was sick for sure.
Yeah. Like, what the hell making you tap into your dark side?
Me?
Yeah. Like, because winning at the war, that's a big statement. Winning a war.
Man, you got to understand, bro. Like when you look at a person like myself on the surface, it might not look like really nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you look at me, you know what I'm saying? But if you know everything, like you know my struggle, you know everything that I had to make it through, you would understand, like, okay, well, damn, that's why he look over aggressive when he doing that, or that's why that nigga look like he's sick when he doing this at 3 a.m. That's why that nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason for that. The reason is I don't have, like, you know, I ain't had no handouts, you know what I'm saying? I had multiple felonies, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like nobody just giving me jobs. At the same time, you still want to be successful, so you're not going down another path. So all of that, like waking up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, that's what you got to do to separate yourself. It's a reason why, see these trainers who, you know, they've probably been out here all their life, you know what I'm saying? Been in the training business, but like me, you know, during the pandemic when people was taking off, like, you know, trainers was disappearing. Me, I didn't have that luxury because this is what I had. This is what I put my mind set. Like, this is what I'm going to do. I was out here training without a mask. Yeah, I'm out here during COVID because I know everybody else wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm taking clients. They like, who is this guy? And that's when a lot of people did start hearing about me and start tapping into me during that pandemic when a lot of trainers went into hiding. So that was part of a dark side. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell COVID is, but I know I wasn't scared of it. You know what I'm saying? I was just out there. But, you know, and this is just not like I want to sacrifice nothing because I do got 2 sons. I do got, you know, a mother who, you know what I'm saying, she suffered from different illnesses, and my father, you know, I got family. But at the end of the day, this is what I had to do. It's what I said I wanted to do. So when everybody, even though it was a tragedy in the world, I looked at it as opportunity. I had to tap into that dark side. I couldn't be scared to train people. I couldn't be scared to catch COVID. I had to get out here, and people lost their lives, you know, during that time. So that's an example of my dark side, you know, and even waking up, you know, early in the morning. I know ain't no trainers getting up, not too many, you know what I'm saying? If they all start getting up at 5, I bet you I'll start opening up sessions at 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to separate yourself. I don't have the greatest promotion team. I don't have no professional athletes in my family. I don't have none of that. It's just me and my experience and my drive. So with that, I got to be over aggressive in everything that I do and dramatic.
That makes sense because I think Planet is probably killing all the gyms because Planet is the only one I know that's open 24 hours and they $10.
Yeah, it's the biggest like scam ever.
Yeah, I told you about that last week. How even today, I went up there today. They had the AC on. I was pissed.
Yeah, it's all about your comfort when you walk in there.
Yeah.
I do like the 24-hour thing. They call for that.
Yeah, you're right.
And the price, and I do like their price because I do believe it shouldn't cost that much to get in shape. You know what I'm saying? For people. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I like them parts of it, but the part, like, you know, they got pizza day, they got fruities when you walk in that mug.
They do.
Like, that shit soft as hell. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, no, fact. It is comfortable. Like, I went in there, I'm like, why the AC on? Mad as hell.
Yeah,
like,
they want you to.
I can't really get a good sweat.
Yeah, see, I like how Tony LJ, how they got it over at Superbad, how it's set up, man. It's like, when I first got over there, I was like, that's the spot. Like, I ain't even have to. Nigga was still showing me shit, talking to me. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even got to. I don't even know what you talking for. As soon as I seen how rugged it looked, and like, nigga, we in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This the spot for me.
And how is that relationship that you built with those two? You know, Tony Harrison, former world champion, and LJ Harrison. You know,
you said how? Okay, so like, I always, you know, just from hooping, I always been seeing L for years. You know what I'm saying? Before I even came over there, knew LJ. You know, and then, you know, of course, Mo Gates. You know what I'm saying? They family. So I always, and he more my age, so I always knew about them or whatever, and we always kept it cordial when we seen each other.
He a killer on that court too.
Who?
L. No, I'm saying,
Hell yeah.
Killer.
Mo, I thought he was talking about Mo a killer.
Okay, I never seen Mo hoop.
Yeah, no, Mo a killer. But so like as a matter of fact, during the pandemic, like I always seen L and we always, you know, say what's up and shit. But he seen me out there at Mumford. This was during that pandemic time I was telling y'all about. I'm out there training, I'm grinding. You know, I got a group out there. And he pull up on his bike. He see me one day. He said, "What up?" He see me another day. I got a whole nother group out there. And then he like, Brody, you know the gym right up the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, straight up. He like, shit, you might as well come over there. I'm like, damn, all right, well, come check it out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was really right up the street from where I was training at. I walked in there. As soon as I opened the door, I already knew it was where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it was hot. You know, I was like, this is exactly my type of vibe, bro. And I'm like, you said y'all be here at what time? They coming like later. I'm like, nigga, shit, I'm in this bitch 3, 4, 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like by the time y'all come in, I'm gonna be down there out of this bitch. But he was like, it's you. That nigga, we handled our business. He gave me a key. And the relationship only got even stronger since then. You know, them boys, they like family. Everybody over there, Baz, Al, Miss Ali, Tony, shit, everybody over there, you know, L, that's fine. Everybody who walk in there, you know, the fighters, Alicia, Marco, Gordy, shit, everybody, Boogie, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody over there, you know, like it was the play. And then the thing is, that's the crazy part because I don't even think this was back in 2020. I don't even think this was the plan. You know, look at it. We up here now. We going into 2024.
Damn, we are. Damn.
Yeah, we going into 2024. I mean, that one. I know. At least for me, I didn't think I would be over there that long. And it's like they down there make it kind of like easy because it's like they don't get in your way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like a family vibe over there. You know, we fuck with each other.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about like when you said earlier about not being able to like fully process, you know, stuff that might be going on in your life. What phase in your life would you feel like that kind of started? Like, I feel like as men we kind of go through it in our teens, but like what do you feel like what phase of your life that kind of started? So,
it kind of started early. You know what I'm saying? It happened early. I went through a lot. You know, through my high school years. You know, getting in legal trouble. You know, I would say probably from like from middle school on, man. I went through things to where I had to just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally had to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
For survival, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know, even just for peace. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. Like you gotta, like it was a lot of things that happened where coming up where I would know that it's a bad thing that I'm going through, but I channel it. You know, I'm real good at that, and I thank God I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't dwell. I don't just sit. Never have.
That's a deep statement. He said for peace. I ain't
think about that
like,
either.
Shit.
Yeah, I ain't even think about that. Because now talking to you right now, you make it feel like, well, I ain't gonna say, but I do feel like being still can make you detrimental in a way.
Yeah.
Because now you can't get out. Because really, the more as I get older, the person that's stopping me is my mind. You know, I really being in my thoughts. So like, if I'm too much in my thoughts, I damn near gonna paralyze myself. I ain't gonna be able to move, you know, the next day or continue to finishing my goals because shit, we all gonna get smacked in the face.
Hell yeah.
You know, but it's about just keep getting up and moving towards, you know, the next goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's different work for different seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you said, like even when you're down, you got to do work. You might not be able to do the same work, but you can still do work. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I might be in a rut and I might not have the creative energy to, you know what I'm saying, edit a video or something like that. Or I might not have the creative energy to, you know what I'm saying, put something creative together, write poetry or something. But I still got the energy to reach out to people. I still got the energy to go and drive out and go to this. So it's just like my work is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, man, I was putting this work off. I can still do this because I'm in a different phase. But I feel like it's the same. Like I was telling my brother this when we was driving here, and I was just like, man, you always got to work. You always got to work because I know you down right now, but you got to work. You want to know why? Because once you get out of that slump 2 months from now, you ain't going to have shit to show for it. And you still going to feel like you did when you entered that
absolutely,
shit.
Bro.
But imagine if you worked the whole time. It's like, damn, I just got over that shit.
Yep.
Damn, look at all this shit that I just piled up the whole time. That shit going to make you feel even better, man.
Yeah, it is, bro. And that's why I don't be, like, when you get people, like, like my father, man, he been working at General Motors since he like, what is he, 65, 66? He been there since he was about 20, I think.
Damn.
And people be like,
years?
They be like, man, retired. Like, I be hearing people say that, and I'm not that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody who I knew in the past, like literally, like, when they work that long and then they stop, it's like they'll die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They broke out or some shit. And really what's keeping them alive is keeping it moving. That's all they know. That's why I don't never say nothing to my pops like, bro, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe
that makes sense because you got something to wake up, look forward to every day.
Yeah.
So like now you feel like you're gonna wake up tomorrow.
Man, this man then lost 4 of his brothers to gun violence. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of this time, lost everything in the midst of this, and he worked. That's kind of where I get that mentality. Like, he worked through it. I never remember him, like, when we was losing people back then. I don't remember him taking days off. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember him, like, he always went to work. You know what I'm saying? So that always worked for me, even when I was going through things. Just show up for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Show up at the gym.
I mean, I feel like our generation right now, we do have a problem with taking days off. I feel like our generation takes a lot of days off. I mean, I feel we definitely need to reflect. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like now it's getting pushed more towards that. You know, reflect, take days off, take a mental break. I mean, which we all do. But I was telling them Thursday, I think I'm in my mental toughness phase right now. Like, I just feel like I can't be on no sucker shit. Like, I feel like all that shit is like soft to me, or like that's some bullshit. You know, a cop out. Put it like that, because I feel like, I think my boy D said, ain't no big problem. No problem is bigger than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like my journey or my goal now, like even just working out with you, like, is to keep my generation like, fuck all that pussy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing.
Yeah, set an example.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. Like I said, I always go back to like shit, riding the bike, you know, to the gym.
To the gym. Yeah, you was insane for that. I love that.
Yeah. Even when I had to go run with LJ, them 3 miles, like, if I ain't ever read that Dave and Goggin books the night before, I would have said, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But just tapping into my mental,
yeah,
you know, just keep it going.
And that's iron sharper iron, because like you said, you remember it was times when even with my car didn't got stolen,
man, you still was there.
And man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm I'm in the Uber at 2:45 going to Powerhouse there at 3:30. Then called another Uber to take me to Super Bad at 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Then it got to a point where I done made it through that, and that's the thing that I set an example. You know what I'm saying? Like with you, like what's going on that early where you can't show up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just how it be, man.
No, that's crazy that you said that, because now I'm thinking like, damn, I was on some of them Uber rides. Yeah, I went to the Powerhouse. I'll go to the Powerhouse with him, and then I'll go work out with him at Superbad. Then I'll go to work. You know what I'm saying? Just to, because at the same time we live right down the street, so I didn't want to miss my workout session. I'm like, bro, if I oversleep, it's gonna be over with. But like, I did not want.
When you put in work like that, can't nobody tell you shit, man.
Yeah,
that's why I be, man. Can't nobody tell me.
That's why I be in my ego sometimes.
Yeah,
that's why I'm learning how to balance that shit. But like, sometimes I just be like I can't take pussy. If I don't know, if it sound like some like excuse, I just be like, man.
He'd be like, damn.
Yeah, like, man. Come really, bro.
You said something deep. It got me thinking. It got me deep in my train of thought. My bad.
No, you good.
But when you said like you kind of got your mental toughness from your father, because that make me think about me, like, you know what I'm saying? I think yours from. Yeah, I think
that's where I got mine from.
I think mental toughness is passed down by like a father figure. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of the young men, they don't know what being tough is.
It doesn't.
They being tough in a way that's like, it's not even. They think they being tough, but they really don't know what it look like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not even about the lack of crying. It's about what you do while you're not crying. Like, it's about what you do when you holding it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only seen my dad cry once in my whole entire life, and that was at his mom's funeral.
I never saw my father cry. I never saw him cry. I don't even want to talk about my dad right now. I'm gonna get emotional, but I never saw my father cry. That's crazy. But I like just sitting right here, like, this is rare too. Yeah, to sit around men that had fathers.
Yeah, no facts.
Damn, that's deep. I ain't
Yeah,
think about
3
that.
You know what
for 3.
I'm
I ain't been around that in a minute.
Yeah,
Damn.
like
I ain't
that's
think about
that's real rare. And I'm just thinking about my dad. Like, he had to take care of 10 children. You think that nigga ain't want to go to work every day?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm hungry. This person hungry. I need clothes. This and this. He still got to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I get, like you said, my mental toughness for my father. Like,
See, and then when them young guys are getting their feeling, they shut down.
they shut down.
They don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
A real man, see, what you don't shut down, you still go to work.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
because I'm thinking about that. I'm like, damn, man, these boys they be shutting down, and then they don't want to do shit.
You don't want to do shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we gotta keep it moving, gotta work. I can't be, you can't be stuck in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
they trying to call this shit toxic masculinity. And it's like,
and that's just like when I was incarcerated, bro, all them years. And I used to, you'll see people, they'd be sitting there, you could just see them just wearing this shit on them, just wearing like the fact, man, I ain't gonna see my girl, man. They just looking like,
yeah.
And me, I was the one who, I feel the same shit this nigga feel. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, if you're in a fight, if a nigga hitting you, you ain't just about to just like try to curl up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I would not stress, nigga. I would like go out there and work out. I would create a schedule for myself. Like I got to do A, B, C, and D. You know what I'm saying? Then at the end of the night, right before I'm about to lay down, I might think about some shit. You know what I'm saying? But, and that's part of just getting through your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just staying busy, even in a wake of tragedy. If you in them situations.
Yeah, that's deep, man. It's like after the work is done, that's when it hits you.
Yeah.
That's how it is always. It's like at the end of the day when I did so much work, man, I really went hard.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that's when, but it's never before. Never before the work is that we don't think before. It's like shit is after the work is done.
I think we
Absolutely.
do think before. That's what get us going. I know I do. Sometimes I be like, damn, while I'm in it, why the fuck did I do this? It be a couple workouts. I be like, bro, why the hell I do this? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like when I lock in, I lock in. It's
Man,
like
sometimes I be,
You know what I'm
ooh.
saying?
No, I'm with you on that.
yeah,
100%
like
on
when
the
I
lock in.
I be like, I
Man,
be locked in.
How was your trip to the ESPYs, man? To be all around those superstars, all around them greats that sacrifice night and day to
Man.
get to the top of the world.
That shit was lit, man. It was an experience. Like it was crazy. And like just even being with Clarissa, like they're like, how much respect that she was getting and the love that they were showing her. I mean, they didn't show it, obviously, a lot of that on ESPN or whatever, or wherever they was watching it at. But man, I was just sitting back. I was enjoying just watching her and just seeing the love that she was getting and just being close to it. You know what I'm saying? And just being right there, just beautiful moments, bro. Like it was crazy. And then just being from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, just being from the city and just being there, just seeing that, because like I don't know nobody personally who was able to tell me about that type of experience. But I was happy to share that moment with her over there.
Man, that's powerful, man. What would you say this phase of your life is called right now? If you could give it one word, couple words, what would you call it?
Shit. The saga continues right now. Like shit. Mission Impossible. It's almost done. Like I'm about to get ready to.
I like that.
Mission Impossible.
Nigga.
Yeah.
That might be the one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Man, we really appreciate having you on, man. This is the one, man. This is the one.
This I really feel like the fans gonna love this one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, this is good, man. This is good.
problem.
Fit Gods, man. Spank the Bank. Ahmad the Poet. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine, and that's a wrap. You dig?
You dig.